Alright, hey, what's up guys, Sin here and welcome back to another Pixelgun 3D video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the last weapons in Pixelgun 3D. But before I get into that though, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe right now and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you guys will never miss an upload of any of my Pixelgun 3D videos. But anyways guys, back to what I was saying. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the last weapons in Pixelgun 3D. Now, you guys might be asking yourself right now, like, what is Sin talking about? Like, what does she mean, last weapons in Pixelgun 3D? I don't really get what she's trying to say, so that's why you clicked on this video and that's why you want to watch it. Now, before I start talking more into this topic, I just want to let you guys know this is 100% my opinion. It's perfectly fine if you guys don't agree with me or if you guys, just don't agree with what I'm trying to say. But this is 100% my opinion. And please, I want to respect each other's opinions. So I hope you guys respect my opinion and I'll respect your opinion. Because at the end of the video, after I tell you guys what I want to tell you guys, I'd like to also hear what your guys' opinion is. Because I've been dying to hear what you guys think about this, because I'm pretty positive about 50% of the people will agree with me and about 50% of the people will not agree with me. So it's up to you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below after you guys watch this video. Hopefully this will be a short one though, so hopefully I didn't waste your time. But anyways, so what am I talking about when I say last weapons in Pixelgun 3D? So let's put it this way. So, if you guys don't know, every single time the developers of Pixelgun 3D release a new update, most of the time, they will release a weapon that is a rip-off of another weapon they have released in the past. Like, for example, the Photon Sniper Rifle. It is exactly the same as the Photon Shotgun. The only difference is that the color of the Photon Sniper Rifle is a little different. Probably the tint of it is like 10% lower than, or how do I say, it's like 10% less saturated than the Photon Shotgun. And another difference is that the Photon Sniper Rifle is a sniper rifle and the Photon Shotgun is a shotgun. And that's one of the most obvious reasons why it's different, but it's still the same thing. I mean, photon and whatnot. I mean, if both of the weapons got released at the same update, I'll kind of understand it. Like, let's just say they're trying to go with a theme here, but there was a gap in between when they released these weapons, so I was like, oh, the developers are just running out of ideas. Another example is when the developers released the Thunderer, I believe on the 12.5.0 update. If you guys don't know, that is an exact copy of the Exterminator. Now, for some reason, when the 12.5.0 update came out, I believe it was really hard to get the Thunderer, and only a few, about 1 or 3 people in the community actually has possession of the Thunderer. But because I have a lot of people who knows how to hack Pixelgun 3D, I was able to get my hands on the Thunderer myself. And even before I was able to have access to the Thunder, when I saw videos about it on YouTube, I was like, what the heck? This looks exactly the same as the Exterminator. It does the same thing. Probably the damage is a little different. I didn't really use the weapon or at least checked out the weapon myself, but I know what the weapon looks like. It's red and blackish or something like that. So it's basically just a different tint of the Exterminator. It still has it's still a pistol, that's for sure, and it also shoots lasers, so it's the same as the Exterminator. Again, the only difference is the color, and I'm guessing some of the effects, and maybe a little bit of the Thunder was changed just so that the developers can make it look like it's not like the Exterminator. And maybe the developers also made it super rare so that it's not similar to the Exterminator. I'm not really sure. And another example of the developers reusing their ideas is for example, the Cyber Phoenix and the Trex. These two new pets got released in the 12.5.3 update. If you guys don't know, these look exactly the same as the dinosaur and the Phoenix pet. Now guys, keep in mind, I'm not trying to bash on the developers. I mean, like, it happens where they just run out of ideas and they like their older ideas, so that's why they want to reuse it. But the problem about the developers is they never ask the community for ideas at all. I mean, I understand where they're coming from. Like, what if they ask the community for ideas, and when they use someone else's ideas, the person who made that idea buys a copyright license for it and then sues Pixelgun 3D? Like, that's pretty messed up if someone actually does that. So I kind of understand what the developers are trying to deal with here, but at the same time, you know, like, they can't just either keep on reusing their ideas or keep on stealing ideas from other games. I mean, developers have been stealing ideas from Overwatch, Minecraft, Call of Duty, I believe it's called Team Fortress 2, and there's multiple other games out there. I believe it's also Doom or Doom 3 and Black Ops 3. I'm not really sure, but there's a lot of games out there that the developers of Pixelgun 3D has finessed the ideas and whatnot. So yeah, basically, in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say here is the developers are known for reusing their ideas or just stealing ideas, but morally reusing their ideas. So since the developers reuse their ideas over and over again, like, most of the new weapons that gets released in new updates isn't really too exciting, to be honest. But ever since the 12.5.0 update came out, and weapons such as the minigun shotgun, the one-shot, I believe it's called the combat yo-yo, and the judge, the piranha gun, I believe it's called, and there's multiple other weapons out there that has the same colorway, and if I can, I'll try to show pictures on the screen of what they look like. Like, these weapons, out of all of the updates that Pixelgun 3D has ever released, this update probably has one of the most weapons that got released in one update. And yes, the developers probably released like more weapons in the past, but for this one, every single category has one or more weapon added, or one or more new weapon added to it, if you guys get what I'm trying to say. And even if there's just a new weapon, the thing what I'm trying to say is, like, these new weapons, they're not exactly like rip-offs of weapons that the developers already released in the past. Like, for example, the combat yo-yo. I don't think the developers of Pixelgun 3D has ever released a yo-yo looking weapon before. Or, like, for example, the judge. If you guys don't know what the judge is, what it does is when you shoot the missile out of the rocket, what you can do is you can maneuver the actual rocket or the missile, and you can maneuver it to wherever you want it to go. And what's cool about it is you can camp at one corner without anyone knowing where you are, and just maneuver the missile or the rocket and basically get kills that way. So as long as that rocket hits someone, it's an instant kill. Hopefully you can actually hit someone though. If you can, then yeah, you get a kill, but if you don't, then you don't, because there's a time limit though before the missile actually explodes. But yeah, like, we have never seen this type of weapon before in Pixelgun 3D, and just seeing, like, when I first saw this weapon, like, just seeing the animation, I was like, oh my gosh, this weapon's so cool, because the developers has never done this idea before. So I was really shocked. And, like, basically, in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say in this video is that the weapons that got released in the 12.5.0 update, or actually not the 12.5.0 update, in the summer of 2017, the updates that got released in the summer of, or in the late summer of 2017, these weapons has to be one of the last weapons in Pixelgun 3D that is not a ripoff from another game. I mean, I guess you could say the judge is kind of a, how do you say this? Like, kind of a ripoff of the, what's his name again? I believe his name is Junkrat. I guess you can say like the judge weapon is like a ripoff of Junkrat's wheel weapon in Overwatch, but it's a rocket. It's not really a tire, so you can't really say that. But, you know, like, to me, I really feel like these weapons that got released in the late summer of 2017, these are probably the weapons that has the most worth to it, because, like, not only every single category got a weapon, at least one or more weapons. Like, each of these weapons have a unique feature to it that has never been introduced to Pixelgun 3D before. I mean, if some of them did like the one shot, at least most of them didn't, like the minigun shotgun or the judge or the combat yo-yo. And the reason why I think these has to be one of the last weapons is because, like, if the developers have a lot of ideas, like, it's just like, okay, so if the developers have a lot of ideas for weapons, like, why would they just release weapons that have the same colorway? Like, look at these weapons, they have the same color style or colorway. So if the developers did have, okay, so yeah, let's say the developers did have a lot of ideas, that's why they're able to release all of these weapons. But if they do have a lot of weapon ideas, why would they have the same colorway? So to me, what this is telling me is that the developers are just basically like, this is hard to explain, like, they're just like, oh, you know, like, these are all of our ideas, we can't think of anything else, it's probably going to take us a few more months to come up with another awesome idea that the players will actually like. So you know what, let's just release these weapons, but we can't really come up with a design for them, so you know what, let's just make them look exactly the same with a different, I guess you could say, shape and effect, and hopefully the players will actually notice it. So yeah, anyways guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Again, I know I said in a nutshell multiple times, but how do I put this in a summary version? So basically, what I'm trying to say in today's video, the weapons that got released in the 12.5.0 update, I feel like these has to be one of the last weapons in Pixel Gun 3D that actually is not a ripoff of another weapon in the older version of Pixel Gun 3D. And since all these weapons have the same colorway, it just tells me that the developers are probably not going to be releasing new weapons in the future, because they're gonna start coming up with more ideas. Because, like, why would they just release all of these weapons at the same time? And not only that, they have the same color or they have the same style. So yeah, anyways, hopefully this video kind of did make any sense. If it didn't, well, I tried my best. But anyways guys, let me know in the comment section down below, like, what do you guys think about this? Like, do you guys think this is actually one of the last weapons in Pixel Gun 3D? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd like to hear your opinions about it. To me, even though, like, yeah, developers might release new weapons in the future, I still think these has to be one of the last weapons the developers will ever release that will actually shock us. Because right now, the developers of Pixel Gun 3D are in a position where they're just reusing ideas over and over again. And when I just found out about the tracks in the Cyber Phoenix, I was like, what the heck? And also, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video. If you guys know the Eagle pet, basically there is this new pet that came out called the Spirit of the Eagle, or Spirit of the E, which is basically a ripoff of the Eagle pet. So yeah, I hope, you know, that's enough proof to tell you guys, like, the developers are just running out of ideas. But anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys would like to see more videos like this in the future, make sure you guys drop a like in today's video. Subscribe if you're new. Again, I can't stress it enough. If you guys do subscribe, make sure you guys turn on that notification bell so that you guys will never ever miss an upload. Guys, you guys are super awesome. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.